Oh yes, no, Familamo. Welcome back to another video on Jazzy TV. Bit of a mad start, that one where got out of the gym. These gloves are boss, aren't they? Me diving gloves. I've just got out of the gym now. I've done a little bit of a sweat session because I've got nothing else to do, have I? I'm still waiting to go back into camp. I'm going to camp tomorrow. So I came home to see my family. But I could never stop training, so I got myself a new pair of bag mitts. I love these bag mitts. But they're hard to put your seatbelt on with. But anyway, Familamo, what are you doing, Jazzy? I'm in a rush, that's what's going on. I'm in a rush, but I've got a few things to say about last night. Wow. Fabio Wardley against Joseph Parker. What a fight. What an ending. Bloody hell, amazing, absolutely amazing. The guts and balls shown from Fabio Wardley was just unbelievable. I haven't seen a heavyweight fight like this fella since Rocky Balboa. But anyway, Familamo, the undercard. Seen a few fights on the undercard. It was a good undercard as well. Few names that I didn't know, but the fight was brilliant. There was one fella, I think he might have been South African. I'm only saying that because it was for the IBO title. I'm not too sure where he was from, to be honest. But he had footwork like a featherweight. He lost the fight, but he had brilliant footwork. He sort of had, I think I heard Adam Smith saying it on the commentary, he had feet like the Ingles, someone from the Ingle camp, which I agree with, and I already said that myself as I was watching the fight. He just weren't busy enough with the hands. And I think it cost him the fight, to be honest. But the fella he was fighting, another cruiserweight, very good, skillful contest. For cruiserweights, something I like to see. I like to see big fellas with speed. I put this question out there, what would you like to see? The majority said, I'd like to see a heavyweight with speed, but what would you rather see? A heavyweight with speed or a flyweight with power? Flyweight with power, someone like Bam Rodriguez is my cup of tea, but what's yours? Leave it in the comments there. But yeah, then who else? There was Royston Barney Smith. He fought on the undercard. He fought Danny Quartermine, who was game, just could not deal with Royston Smith. Royston Smith was very, very classy, boxed on the back foot, didn't need to overextend, as he knew Quartermain was the aggressor, but yet he was waiting with all the answers. His backhand was very, very sharp, and you see that the Ben Davison camp, they work on that. I'll come back to the Ben Davison camp at the end, but you can see they all work on that shot. The port, they leave it out there, the feint, they set you up to get a bit sleepy, and then step in with that backhand, or bring it onto that backhand. It's a lovely shot that they all throw, they all do it well. I think they're all learning off each other, sort of, who can do it best. It's good to have an environment like that in the gym, I know. So yeah, that was a great little win. I think he won IBO, WBO and IBF European titles, both featherweight titles, which I had myself after fighting Lee Wood from the same camp and Ryan Walsh from the same camp, back to back, the very same titles. Yeah, so yeah, good on him. He's going to be a prospect. He's a prospect. He's a very good fighter. I think he's beyond a prospect now, and he's going to be a really good fighter. I believe he could go on to be world champion. He seems like he's level-headed and committed. So yeah, best of luck to Barney Royston Smith in the future. So then the main fight, people just wrote Fabio Wardley off, didn't they? I couldn't believe it. The way I didn't expect him to be able to hold his own skills wise. There were some rounds which was very confused. Every round for me was easy to score. It went one way or the other when I had to fight to score. I didn't actually see the cards, what the cards were at the time of the stoppage. Can anyone leave them in the comments there? I'd like to know what the cards were. I had Parker up by maybe 1 or 2. I don't know if I was more happy. I don't know if I was more happy for Wardley or gutted for Parker, because Parker didn't need to take that opportunity. Well, call it opportunity. He gave the opportunity to Fabio Wardley. Now, he didn't need to do that. Patience is a massive, massive thing. I always go on about patience in boxing, because patience can prevent you from situations like that. I don't know where he goes from now, Parker. I just don't know where he's going to go from there, because not writing off Wardley because I think he's a brilliant fighter. We're going to him in a minute, but I don't know where he goes now. He was right in a good position, wasn't he? To be there, just to wait for to get his shot. All the belts may be about to come vacant, but then he's took an opportunity like a fight like that, and don't know where he is. But I hope he has got the guts to still stick in there like he always has, and he gets a turnaround pretty soon before it's another year out, and then it's like it's too hard to bring it back for him. But yeah, so far, whether you choose whatever you do, he's had a fantastic career. So yeah, amazing work from the man who kept us all entertained during lockdown. And then Fabio Wardley, the man who's only had a few white collar fights, turned professional. Done a video on him last year about, is it better to have a good amateur career or to have white collar fights? Because what I seen back then was white collar, you're fighting without the top on, small gloves, you're selling tickets, you're getting you're getting lessons for the pro game as you're still in your apprenticeship stage. Whereas amateur game, when you turn over as a professional, it's a little bit different now again, because there's no white guys, but the gloves are just totally different, worlds apart, amateur and professional. The pace is different. So that was the question: what's better, to be a white collar fighter, selling tickets, fighting with no top on, small gloves, cuts, knockouts in an unlicensed game, or be a good level amateur? Now Fabio Wardley's shown more than, I think that the questions have been answered, and no one needs to go on a little bit more about experience, blah blah blah. He's proved himself, hasn't he? He doesn't need to prove anymore. People talk about his boxing skills. Whatever he's been doing, his boxing skills have come up leaps and bounds to hang in there with Parker. Like I say, winning rounds clearly on boxing ability, not just power, was very, very impressive, because not many people can do that. You see the wins that Parker's had just recently, and he's gone and done that against one of the, who I believe is one of the best in the world. I didn't think that he was going to win. I thought it would have been Ute that done it, but only if Parker wasn't willing to fight for his position. But Parker was absolutely willing to fight for his position, so it was just as pure as boxing ability and his heart and his hunger, and how he stopped him. Do I think he should have been stopped at that time? No, I don't think he should have been stopped when it was stopped. If you were going to stop it 10 seconds earlier, or like the barrage earlier, I would have stopped it if I was the referee. Now let me say, if I was the referee, because I was watching it in a caravan in Wales, comfortable next to my son, eating my dinner. That was my perspective. I've never been a world-class referee in these situations, in the heat of the moment, and I can't hear what he can hear, and I can't see what he can see. So the referee stopped it for a good reason, and you have to trust in these referees, because these are the best referees in the world. So I just agree with whatever the referee done in this situation. But as my opinion, his eyes was clear at the time of the stoppage. Now the first barrage, like I said, that's when I would have stopped it. But then again, I would have give Parker in that very, very moment, like I keep on saying, I'm not a referee, but give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm talking as a fighter. He was in a better position after the second barrage, now that Wardley hadn't finished him. Therefore he had the chance to hang in there, because Wardley shown just after the referee stopped the fight how he fell to the ground with fatigue. He just shown there now he was in a better position, as experience would say. Just let him blow himself out. And now I think that Parker, in the back of his mind somewhere, was half hurt, but he was also half let him blow himself out here and use his experience. He looked at the referee in the eye, referee, what are you doing, stopping the fight? You can see he weren't happy about it. So yeah, maybe earlier, but not at that time. But like I say, the referee knows exactly what he's doing, more than me, more than you, one of the best in the world. And we have to go with these referees' decisions, because they're not corrupt people. Are there to do a job, and it's a very, very hard job. I've tried to do it on a very, very low scale as a white collar fight or something like that, and it was tough. That was tough alone. So yeah, it was a fantastic show and brilliant card. Seen all the heavyweights with Frank Warren. He had them all lined up talking. Frank Warren has dominated the world of boxing. He's revived from the dead only a few years ago. He was down and out, and now he is he's controlling boxing, obviously next to Turki Al Sheikh, but all them fighters are in contract with him such an amazing time to be a heavyweight, especially a British heavyweight. Heavyweight boxing probably hasn't looked that good, and I don't know how long. So yeah, an amazing show. But anyway, I'm gonna go in, get me shower, get these gloves off, get one of the kids to take these gloves off me, and yeah, go for me dinner. It's me last supper. Is it me last supper? Because I've been acting on last suppers all week now, because I'm going to go into camp next week. I've came home to see my family too early in camp, use my own experience, don't be going mad too early, just tick over, and then we start our camp. Probably a week after next week I'll get back to Dubai to get me sleeping pattern back in order. So yeah, tonight, before I head back to the airport tomorrow, we're going to go for our last supper, last night with the kids. Always a tough time before you go back to camp, but yeah, it must be done to be heavyweight, not heavyweight, any weight champion of the world. Every fighter has to do this. So yes, fam, Lamo, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'll be back on the YouTube as of next week when I get back to Dubai. So yeah, stay tuned.